Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a responsive website with Bootstrap 5.0. So Bootstrap is a framework and it covers most of the front-end programming languages and sometimes the back-end programming languages. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to cover HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript with Bootstrap. So you'll get a template from the Bootstrap website and do the necessary personalizations. You will just have to know how to configure the various documents in a directory so that they will appear style and then give the right behavior to your website. So the procedure is in two folds. First, you have to set up your Visual Studio Code, and secondly, you have to get the various files from the Bootstrap website. So these are the two things you are going to use. As you can see from the screen, I have the VS Code interface here, and I am going to create a project directory, which is the folder. So you come to File, Open Folder, then you create a folder. So I'll create a new folder called Bootstrap. Click on Create and you click on Open. You select Yes, I trust the authors, and the folder has been opened in the VS Code. And inside this now the directory is empty. So you have to create a default HTML file which will include all the codes. So all other files, programming files, will be linked to this default file, which is called the index.html. So this is a default file which consists of the HTML codes, HTML source codes from the Bootstrap website. So now we have our folder inside the VS Code, and what we have to do is to go to the Bootstrap website. So you come to your browser, then you search for Bootstrap 5.0. So you choose Get Started with Bootstrap. So a nice window will open, which is the landing page for the Bootstrap website. So here you get the document, the various documentations, examples, icons, themes, and blog. And we are basically going to use one of the examples, which is the templates from Bootstrap. So you go to examples, and then here you will see various templates. You get snippets, you get custom components. So the custom components, you see an album, they are all home pages. You get a pricing homepage, you get checkout, you get products. So it depends on the project you want to create. So I want to create maybe a simple cover page for my startup. So I'll have to click on the cover, and then it will open the website for you. So this is the landing page. So I want to create this. Then how do I get the source code for this? What you do is to right click on this, and then you choose view page source. So the source code will appear. You click Ctrl A to select, or Ctrl C to copy everything. Now what you have to do is to come to your Visual Studio Code, you open your default HTML file, index.html, and then you paste everything inside. So yes, now let's go live to our browser to see what's happening to our website. So now you come down here, you click on go live to save the website live on your browser. So as you can see, now this is the website open in our browser, and it's just showing the structure of the website. Why? Because when you come to our HTML file, although we have the CSS file link, which is the cover.css, but then when you come to our project directory, there's no file like that. So we have to get the cover.css, and then also we have to configure the bootstrap.main.css. Since the interpreter is not getting the files to link them, so now we have to configure it to get the right file so that our website will be styled. So what we have to do is to go to our bootstrap website, and then you go back, you go to your documents, and then in the document you choose download. So now what we want from here is the CSS and JavaScript files. So you choose the compiled CSS and JavaScript. So you click on download and it will start the download for you. So after the download, you zip the file. It's a zip file, so you unzip the file, and then so now let's unzip the file. So after unzipping, you open the folder, and then you copy these two directories, these two folders, and then you come to your project directory, which can be found in the bootstrap folder. So like you come to your document, and then you search for your project directory. So yes, where did I save this? Okay, now I have bootstrap here. So you open it, and then you paste it. You paste the two files here. I think we have to go back, and then you open this folder, you copy everything, you come to home, you choose your project directory, you paste everything there. So now we have CSS and JavaScript inside. And when you open this JavaScript and CSS, now it has appeared in our VS Code. So when you open CSS, you see a lot of CSS files inside. And what we are using in this website is the bootstrap.main.css. So now we have it inside our directory. We just have to configure it to show the interpreter where it's found. So you come here, you delete the preceding folder. So now you are telling the interpreter that when you go inside the CSS folder in our project directory, you see a file called bootstrap.main.css. So there is it. Yes, so now the integrity is not important, so you can delete everything. Here. Okay, so now we have our CSS file, and then the next thing is to create the cover.css, and this is how to get the cover.css. You create a cover.css inside our project directory. Then you go back to the Bootstrap website. So we were using the cover template, right? So you come to the cover templates, and then here you search for cover.css. So it's here. When you click on it, it will open the style file. The styling file is the CSS file. So the same thing, you copy everything. It's Control A and then Control C to copy. You come here, you paste it inside your cover.css, and now we have our CSS file. So let's see our changes so far since the project is being saved live on internet. So when you go back, you see some changes there. Have you seen what's happening to it? So there is a problem with it because our CSS has not been configured well. So now let's go back to our VS Code and check what's wrong with our CSS. So you come here and okay. So you come back to your VS Code, you configure it well. So I think let's delete this one. Let's try and see what's going on. So you delete these ones, then come here. Okay, so now you have dot slash css forward slash bootstrap dot main dot css. You save, you go back to your browser to check out. Yes, so now we have a nice cover page. So now we can apply some editing to it to personalize it. So now let me change the logo to bootstrap, see if our changes are valid. So now, yes, okay, bootstrap. Let's go back and check. Yes, so we have bootstrap here. So the same thing applies. You can do the same editing. You can personalize it. If you have HTML, CSS knowledge, you can apply it to ensure that you have maybe an animated cover page. You can say that you have a picture background, transparent background. You can change the black color. You can change lengths and those stuff. So this is basically how we go about creating a responsive website with Bootstrap. So what you can learn more with a website, and in our next video we'll show you how to link web pages in HTML documents. So in summary, all that you need for creating a responsive website with Bootstrap, you have to set up your VS Code, you create a project directory, you create a default HTML file, and then you visit the Bootstrap 5 websites. You choose the template that you want, you configure the style CSS, the JavaScript files, you will download the compiled JS and the CSS file, you include it in your project directory, and then you do further editing to get your website done. So in our next videos, we are going to learn how to deploy this Bootstrap websites on the internet for public use. Thank you very much.